All right, guys, what is up? We're here with another episode on the Turbo LSV Tech Civic. So what happened is it went to the tuners. We had some problems that came back, and some of the problems was that the ignition quit working on the car. So we have, let's see here, put it outside the car. Yeah. Okay, so we have a new ignition. We're not just putting the cylinder in here because the cylinder has actually already been replaced. So before I got the car, so we're actually going to do the entire ignition assembly here. So we got the entire thing and two brand new keys for the car instead of just one. Now we got two keys. So we'll set those right there. So you got the actual ignition. And there is, if you guys can see here, there's a bracket here that it comes with and two bolts. So we take these two little bolts out here. Alright. So there's the two bolts and the bracket for the top. And this is the actual ignition. Let me zoom back here so you guys can see here. And it's a brand new ignition for the car. It's actually OE manufacturer, import direct. Good stuff to buy. Expensive, but good. So what we have to do first is actually lower this, pull your steering wheel all the way down to give yourself all the room that you can get. Lock your column. Now you got to take this bolt out. There's a bolt right here and a bolt down here to take the center column plastic off. Then you have to take out this bolt here and the bolt on the other side right there to take this plastic off. You have to get this off to get down in here to get the wiring. I probably can't, you know what, I probably can do it without it. We'll see if we can do it without taking this off. We'll just take this off. We'll just take the columns plastic off right now and see if we can get to everything. I think you got to have this off to get to it. I'm not for sure. So we will find out. Okay, so I took the 3 screws out and just pulled from the back, plastic come off, and then I just lifted the top one right off. My steering wheel is detachable, so I can pull it off and get it out of the way. But you can do this with the steering wheel on. Just a little more difficult. So now, our next problem here, let's see here if I can get my light to work. There we go. Okay, if you can see back in here, this here and the one right there, there's another one right there. So there's no heads on these. These are actually bolts. So you actually have to take a chisel and kind of hit them and get them to turn. But they are bolts and they will come out. So what we're going to do is try to get those out real quick. Probably won't be real quick, but we're going to get those out. I'm just actually using a wood chisel. I'm hoping it's not too fat to get down in there. It probably is. But we're going to see what we can do. And we'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I got you set up here so you can see I've already got one kind of loose and coming loose. We're gonna see if I can get the other one loose for you to show you kind of how to do it here. I just get the chisel on the edge of it. It'll start to go, I hope. Okay, it's moving. Hope you guys can see it. A little bit looser here. Okay, looks like it's coming out now. Actually came out, so I'll show you guys what it looks like and the reason why you got to do what you got to do. So there it is. It's got no head on it. It's like a pop rivet bolt. It's almost like a head of a pop rivet. That's just from the chiseling it, but that's how you get it out. And now the other one, it should be loose. So. Alright. It's coming out now. They're kind of a pain. Got to hit them a little bit. Like I said, you use a smaller chisel, a nice skinny one. It'd be a lot easier. That fat chisel there that I got. And it's not really the right one. But there it is. I got it out. Okay, so, and the battery, and my light died. Right on time. Okay. Alright guys, as you've seen, we got the 2 bolts out for the bracket. So now our ignition's just hanging here. And we did have to take the plastic off here to get to the wiring. One plug goes right here. Let me see if I can get the light on it. See that brown plug right there that the light's perfectly on, that big one? One plug goes there and the other one went right there. See that 2-prong connector right there, that big one that the flashlight keeps touching there? It's kind of hard to do with just one hand. I'm trying to hold this camera. Let's see here. Now you can see it, that big connector right there. Oh, that wire just went right there. It is, that prong and that prong, that connector there, and then that connector that goes in there, right there. Them are the 2 that go to the end of the ignition. Now, as you can look, this is why ours is faulty, obviously. Ours, they have already been in it and spliced into it and done some dumb shit with it, like they have with this entire car. This car has been hacked up. So I'm still trying to get the wiring correct. Even the tuner said that wiring was hacked up on this car. I've fixed a lot of it. So this will fix some more of it. And what our problem was with this is our key wouldn't stay forward. It kept snapping back. So like I said, the lock cylinder has already been changed. So we're going to change the whole unit out now. So we should just be able to, there's a little clip in here. There it goes. And feed this out of there. It should all come out of here. Okay. So there's our old one. So now we're going to put in our new one. So give me just a second here and we will wire this. Run the wires down this thing real quick. Just stick them in there. Kind of jiggle and jimmy. They'll go down in there. And here's the ignition. So I don't know if you guys can see. It's kind of hard with one hand here. Hang on, guys. There we go. Get this up and in here. Sorry about that. Hope you guys can see now. Let's kind of get this thing up and in here. There's actually a hole. I don't know if you can see it. See that little hole, slide hole there? There's a lock on this ignition right there. It's for the steering wheel. That's your steering wheel lock. This has got to go in that hole, and then you can put your bolts in it, tighten it up, and you'll be all done. And then just rerun your electric. Give me 1 second here and I'll get that done. All right, guys. So I got it all back together. Everything's ready to go. So our problem is the key wouldn't, this is the new keys. So you put the key in, you go to turn it forward, and as soon as you let release it, it would snap all the way back and shut off. So now obviously our problem's fixed because this wouldn't stay here, it would snap back. So that was obviously our problem. We got a brand new ignition in the car. So if this helped you guys figure out how to replace your ignition, because they don't look like bolts, they look like pop rivets, but they are bolts. Please like, subscribe, share. Helps our channel grow here, and we're getting really close to our goal. We appreciate all the new subscribers, so please stay tuned, and we'll have some more content on this car just as soon as we get it. Thanks, guys.